Well, listener, the word legend gets bandied around a lot, and let's face it, mainly by me. But I do think that today's guest actually qualifies for that title. You've probably heard me talk about him over the podcasts. He was my first ever opponent at a tournament. He then went on to run the Tempest tournaments and was the purveyor of the unseen Lerker dice that have been rolling sixes ever since. Generally regarded as one of the finest players, not just in his country, or indeed in his hemisphere, but quite possibly in the entire world. This guest once 20'd Furion, and you don't get to say that very often. Not only that, but our guest today is a bloody nice bloke. He gave me a few Best Painted Awards back, and I'm not saying that has clouded my judgment at all, but he has absolutely proved himself over the years to be one of the nicest guys that I've ever met on the circuit, and he's got some competition, I can tell you. He likes to party as well. Back in the day, back when Element Games was just a young fledgling organisation, I once watched him start off a tournament and then retire to his bed, which was a child's pool full of little balls where he slept off his hangover. It's fair to say that our guest is a legend in his own time. Not just from Warhammer, but going back through the editions and then on into the Ninth Age. The Paired Weapons podcast is delighted, privileged, and frankly honoured, brackets, plus surprised, brackets, to welcome on board your friend, my friend, and everyone else's friend, Isaac Alexander, a.k.a. We Are Simply Not Worthy, but welcome to the podcast.
Bloody hell, it's all downhill from here, isn't it?
Well, do you know what? I think we should probably start by sort of, just expanding a little bit on that first time that we met, because
I want to expand on actually this ball pit incident of which I have zero recollection.
It sounds like a good story.
It does sound like a good story. I'm wondering how true it actually is, because
it's true. It's true. Right?
All right. Are you an eyewitness to this?
I am.
Because
I am. Yeah,
okay.
I am, yeah.
Well, it'd be rude to call you a liar on your own show, especially the first 5 minutes, isn't it?
Well, do you know, it was, I can't remember which Tempest it was, but it was one of the earlier ones. It was Element Games was really just starting off. Do you remember? It was just an upstairs warehouse, wasn't it?
Falling apart because it wasn't even Element Games at that time.
Oh, what was it called?
That Northwest Gaming Centre then.
It was Marauder Games, also known as the Northwest Gaming Centre.
Yeah,
there you
go.
Known as the dodgiest place you could ever play a war game in.
God, it was dodgy to start with, wasn't it? Do you remember that fire escape? Yeah.
Mate, do you remember that toilet? Like, that was a war crime. The Geneva Convention was contravened. Anyway, let's not go down that dark path.
I have a horrible story from the Northwest Gaming Centre that I'll keep secret.
Yeah. So those of you long in the tooth enough will now be nodding your heads, and some of you might be thinking, "Oh, crikey, man, the Northwest Gaming Centre is okay, but it's not exactly salubrious accommodation." Now, let us tell you, young... It used to be pretty rough, wasn't it?